much welcome diversion. The NFL is back. Here we go, week 1. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. First carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Cook, the ball carrier.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Pick up at 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Following the delay, here's 2nd and 9. Cook following the penalty. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Here's Kaepernick. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. Say what you want, but Kaepernick's still one of the best at doing that as the scramble gets him to first.
Kaepernick was looking to throw, but then it became decision time. And when he saw they had room to run, he made the right decision to pull it down there, and he winds up picking up the first down.
They go play action here on first down. They're going for Jefferson downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Justin Jefferson, the rookie, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. Eluding the pressure right. Throw across his body, and it's intercepted. The linebacker breaks Reed with a pick, and he'll get this one out to the 50. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
For Green Bay.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the 31, Rodgers, rush coming, and he's taken down. That's Anthony Barr coming in from his linebacker spot to bring him to the ground.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Straight to Adams. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the 1st down marker. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. So on now for the Packers at their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of Week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield. Mission accomplished. Points on the board.
And he's able to get this across the... as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter.
Kaepernick Packers pick it up, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Well, that's unfortunate because he had a nice run going, but give credit to the defense. They got a hand in the cookie jar there, CD.
You have to think about vision, finding a place to get down after you know you've gotten all you can out of a run, and obviously ball security is paramount. In today's football, everyone's coming after the rock. You've got to make sure you protect it and protect the yardage you just gained.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
So many times someone's success is the product of a lot of things coming together really well. And for Aaron Jones in 2019, it all came together for him. He stayed healthy, was on the field for all 16 games, got handed the ball 100 more times last year, and as an end result, broke 1,000 yards in a season rushing for the first time in his career.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down right at the line.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. Only the Titans converted more red zone opportunities into touchdowns than the Packers last year, and they've got an opportunity here, 1st and goal. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. They'll come out in the pistol. Another shot from the one on 2nd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. No success on 1st down. He couldn't get any yardage. They give it to him again, and he finds the end zone.
Sometimes it just has to be persistence, doesn't it? And you know who else helps with that? Offensive line. After a team's been stuffed, the last thing they want to do is go to a different play call. They want to come back and do it again and show that they can dominate the line of scrimmage.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this carries into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Kaepernick now on 1st down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. But it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Cook. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
On 1st and 10, here's Kaepernick. Packer pressure, and down he goes. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
I guess I just didn't know what the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now Kaepernick throwing on 2nd down.
From LSU, that's Justin Jefferson.
They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
16 yards.
Well, the evidence is once again presented why he was such a top target at LSU, and Justin Jefferson carrying that over to the NFL. He's what a lot of people call a natural pass catcher. What I love about him, his ability to play the ball in the air, and at the moment of truth, go up and take it from a defensive back. This guy is smooth.
Now a play fake. Kaepernick. tackle's made at the Packers' 32-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
At the 32-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Cook. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down.
And it's pretty evident when you watch how Minnesota plays, just how important Dalvin Cook is to their offense. 1,000-yard rusher a year before. The first one the Vikings had since Adrian Peterson was dominating their carries. And having Cook in the lineup for the bulk of the season, that made Minnesota exactly what their head coach Mike Zimmer wanted them to be. A much more physical team that complemented their defense.
Now a 2nd down and 6.
A give. This is Cook. He will push his way down to about the 14. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again.
Well, that is vintage Colin Kaepernick right there, Charles. What a run.
He's definitely one of the best we've seen in the last decade or so in the NFL, and I would say probably even more than that. When he gets loose, there's almost no way to stop him. And he takes that one all the way to the end zone.
And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Clay Matthews still one of the best at doing that as he gets in to make the tackle behind the line. Now on 2nd and 13. Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. On first down, Rodgers setting up the screen here. Aaron Jones. That catch good for only a couple.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed. All the backs when they run this type of a route, they've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
It will be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. And again, it's Rodgers. Oh, that was dangerous.
Rodgers pass.
Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. He sets up the screen to Jones. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Dancing to his left. And he gets it to punch is complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Rodgers again now. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Takes this about 5 yards deep, and the half will begin with a touchback.
Ready to get their next drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They're throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
Packers.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
Well, they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play.
Second and 16.
Quick throw caught out wide by Valdez-Scantling. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Good catch by Marquez Valdez-Scantling, and that's something that his teammates needed to see and something he needed for himself. They call him MVS, and they want him to become an MVP type of a receiver. Speed to burn. He can stretch the field. They just need him to be as dependable catching the ball as we saw there throughout the season.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps a deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
At the 20-yard line.
Second and 11 now.
Here's Kaepernick to throw. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
Dean Lowry.
It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Third down.
Here's third and long. Kaepernick needing a big play to counteract the sack. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. Here's Britton Colquitt now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. On the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. After the penalty, it's Jones. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
For Green Bay.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
At the 47.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On 2nd and 7, Rodgers, he'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. So after the INT, it's Kaepernick. under pressure, and down he goes.
Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground.
Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. KAEPERNICK to throw on 2nd down. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
I don't care how you look at it, how you cut it, how you parse it. Adam Thielen continues to be an absolute marvel, coming from where he did, Division III football, to being one of the top receivers in the NFL. But it's going to be vital for the Vikings in 2020 to keep number 19 on the field, especially since he lost his old running mate Stephon Diggs to the Buffalo Bills. And a hamstring injury last year really held his numbers in check. His lowest receiving yardage since 2015. Look for another breakout from Adam Thielen after plays like that.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. KAEPERNICK now on 1st down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Again, it's Jones. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Ben Gideon in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds back near their own 20.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that could be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Kaepernick now to throw. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they